You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's from Benjamin Wheeler, who says, could you rant about mysterious houses that are discovered and then investigated, only to be discovered that they're more than just an abandoned house? Whether horror or fantasy or something else, i.e., Southern Comfort Edition, The High House, and so on. I don't know that much about these things. I definitely do not believe in the paranormal or any of the ghost bullshit or whatever. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know if you mean. I mean, you say whether horror or fantasy or something else. Like, I'm sure that there's plenty of places that would give you a bad vibe and a sort of bad, so-called energy if if you walked into them, and you could have this sense of like what had happened there. I mean, I think knowing the narrative of a place that you're going into is going to change your perspective on it, quite a lot. Like if you're just walking through a random abandoned building thinking that it's like a relatively normal place, and then somebody tells you like, oh, this is where they fucking gassed the Jews or whatever, you'd be like, oh shit, I'm in the worst place. And you're gonna start probably your mind is going to start fucking with you. And like people are extremely susceptible to just what's the word I want to look for, like placebo effect, essentially. Like if you're convinced that something could be true, you're a whole lot more likely to find it to be true. If you were to go, let's like I'm somebody who's fairly paranoid as it is, so like if I see just a glint in the corner of my eye, I'm going to look. I'm always going to glance around. I'm always going to be looking around me, and like you know I could be convinced that maybe there's something spooky afoot. I feel spooked just being in my normal home. But I can imagine going to a place like that and like really thinking that it's possible that there are spirits here, that you're going to feel some kind of juju. I mean, there's countless like paranormal shows that are all obviously fake. Uh, you know, being as I'm somebody who works in film, it's very easy for me to understand like how things are faked, so that doesn't help either. But I don't know. I don't know if there's any abandoned houses that anybody has like any concrete like list of things that verifiably happened there that would cause me to think, oh wow, that's really a mysterious house. It just kind of seems like a lot of horse shit to me. But maybe if I did more research, I'd come away with a different conclusion. I have no idea. I just from a from the outside, from just a blanket perspective, it seems like yeah, there's no such thing as mysterious houses. Maybe they're mysterious in the sense of something interesting did happen there while people were living in it or doing things in it. But I don't think a space remains haunted after the fact.